Hi ho, it's Silver with this week's happiness hack. This is something that I learned from friends in the 12-step community, and it's just so powerful. Next time you find yourself slipping into a low mood, ask yourself these questions. And the way you remember them is you say halt. So you're in a bad mood, you say halt. So the first question is, are you hungry? If you're hungry, eat something. Because if you're like me, being hungry can also mean being hangry. So when I get, my family knows this, when I get into a really bad mood, the first thing they ask me is, when's the last time you ate? Because I get hangry. I love that term, I get hangry. So make sure that if this happens to you on a regular basis, that you always keep handy some crackers or some fruit or some nuts or something that will regulate your blood sugar. Because I remember very clearly one day, it really came home to roost for me. I really got it. As I was driving down the road, my kids were in the backseat and they were giggling and laughing. And that always made me very happy to hear that. And we were just all having a great time. And all of a sudden I felt my blood sugar drop. And my next thought was, I could wrap this car around that telephone pole if I wanted to. Yeah. So it's important to just make sure that you don't leave yourself vulnerable to hunger because it does impact your mood. The next question you ask yourself is, are you angry? Are you angry? And if the answer is yes, then you need to let it out somehow. You need to figure out what it is that's making you mad and have an internal conversation about that. Or if you're really worked up and you need to do something physical, I used to teach my daughters to go into the bedrooms and just beat the crap out of their mattresses. Sometimes it just requires you just let it out. And better you should beat your mattress than beat up on your best friend or your spouse. So are you angry? The next one is L. Are you lonely? Are you lonely? Because oftentimes we get down when we're lonely. And so if you are lonely, pick up the phone and call somebody. Don't text them, call somebody. Because you know what? We all are, especially during this time of COVID-19, we're all suffering a little bit from loneliness. So it would be a kindness for you to pick up the phone and call somebody. So if you're lonely, reach out. There's people out there who care. And the last letter is T. Are you tired? Because that can really make you low. I have a friend of mine that didn't sleep well for 2 weeks, and she was just beyond herself with being in a depressed mood. And it scared her because she had suffered from depression in her life and she didn't want to go back there. So she finally worked with her doctor and got it resolved and finally got some sleep. And what a difference it made. You know what it feels like when you wake up and you haven't had enough sleep, or you don't wake up, you've actually never gone to sleep, and you're just exhausted. Well, none of us are at our best when we're exhausted. So if you are tired, go to bed as soon as you can. And I'm a big advocate of, look, if it's 6 o'clock in the evening and you're tired, go to bed. Who cares? Who cares, really? You just have to get the sleep. If you can, it's the afternoon or the morning, take a nap. 20-minute power naps are really amazing. You just set the timer on your smartphone and just nod off for about 20 minutes and it will refresh you. So that's HALT. HALT is a great tool to learn to keep you from being in a low mood. So it's HALT. Are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you lonely? Or are you tired? Usually those 4 things are what are putting you into a low mood. And if you can do something about them, you will shift from being in a low mood into being in a better mood and start getting better and better. It has worked for me so many times I can't even tell you. So that's it for this week's happiness hack, HALT. And I'll see you here again next time with another happiness hack. Bye for now.